Testing. Yeah. All right. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Yabashim Yashab Barakathum to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Alathab Bashim Yahshai to the sisters. We at the Isupk Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. We teach that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. We are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and Esau, or as you know him as the white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
So with that being said, for anybody that's tuning in, young man Dave Bond, Shalom on Christ. We're going to be getting started with the prayers. Today we're going to be going over the book of Genesis chapter 32 verse 4 to the book of Genesis chapter 33 verse 20. As you already know, 49 verses in the Hebrew. Give the 7 verses in the Hebrew. They give the 7 verses in the English and give the breakdown. Please know also a lot as I will be reading in the Hebrew, and then we give the breakdown in the English. That being said, you got anything else?
Nah, sir.
All right, so imagine just me and the brother up here.
Layashala, which means 2 or 4 Israel. Imagine Hapayan Hakwadam, which means to rise and face the east. We'll be going over the prayers in the Hebrew and then the English. It's the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Lawaka, Taba'a, Watazaka, Haya, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathalanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak now, Kabawaf now, Kasalak now, Kabawaf now, Wala'a, Kabaya Anawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Habashai now, Mayan, Right, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwaf, Waha'ala, Wahatapa Ara, La Awalamyum, Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. This is Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Babu Kushah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Narpa'ah, Ka'al Maka'allah, Wakal Malawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamata Zarayam, Hakak, Lahaquayam, Hamatyam, Hakak, Al Raka Awath, Hatama Allah, Lagar Shun, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Wada, Aman. Now the English. Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah. In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Please
give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
So be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. Barak Lanawa. Wayashala. Waha. Bayath, Saparium, Barak, Bahasham, Yahushua, the water, Aman.
What we just said was, Lord,
in
the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel,
and the school,
in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, all, Maharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azoya, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, all Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, all Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanah, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yanyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Alayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Afka, Baba Wa'aka, Ma'atha, Wa'ait, Iwalam.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help
coming from the Lord.
Coming from the Lord, which made heaven
and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time
forth. And even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. All Dami Yalaka. All Taka Arash. All Tashakwat. All Kayahana. Awayabyaka. Yahamaya 1. Ra'ash. Al Aimaka. Ya'ara Yamwa. Sawada. Wayata. Ya'atazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka. Amara. Lakawa. Wanakakinam. Magaya. Wala'a. Yazakar. Sham Yashala. Awada. Kaya. Nawa Atazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Barya. Yakarathwa. Ahoya. Adawam. Wa. Yashamai. Alayam. Mawa Abba. Wahagaryam. Gabal. Wa'ama 1. Wa'ama Lak. Palashat. Aim Yashabya. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Amam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanya. Lawat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadyan. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabyan. Banaka'al. Koyashwan. Nashamabwa. Bayan. Dara. Hayawa. Gaman. La Dama. Shatamwa. Nada. Yamawa. Kairab. Wakaza Abba. Wakaza Salaka. Wakaza Bak. Wakaza Zarmanai. Call. Nasa Yakamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarasha. Lanawa. Nawa. Alahayam. Alahaya. Shatamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapunya. Rawka'a. Ka'ash. Tabaira. Ya'ira. Wa. Kalahaba. Dalahat. Haryam. Kun. Daradapma. Basa Irika. Wabasa. Wapatka. Dabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyahum. Kuala 1. Waya. Bakwashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Waya. Bahawa. Ayait. Waya. Kaparwa. Waya. Abadwa. Waya. Dawa. Kaya. Ata. Shamka. Yahweh. Labaka. Ayuan. Alcohol. Ha'aratazah.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted. Against thy hidden ones. They have said. Come. Let us cut them off. And let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel. Maybe no more in remembrance. So they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And Hagarine. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
A sword also was joined with
them. A sword also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a rib.
Make their nobles like a rib.
And like Zaid.
Yea. Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As Sabbath.
As Sabbath.
And as
Amunya.
Who said?
Let us take to ourselves. The house of God. In possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel. As a
stubble before the wind.
As a fire.
The wood.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
And as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
Let me seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble.
Forever.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone.
Is
Yahweh.
Art
the most high. Of all the earth. This is the blessings in the Hebrew. But Rakatha Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shah? Why Ma'an Ka'ala? Why Alahayim? Matad Salaka. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawap Yahana. Ha'alawampyam. Hasawanyam. Hakwatazar Yunyam. Hakayal Yunyam. Waha Akhwatim. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. The water. Amen.
Now in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And
Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahweh.
Yahweh. The generals.
The captains.
The officers. The troopers.
And the sisters.
Yahweh. In the name
of
Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
Sorry, face me. You may be seated.
Thanks.
For anybody who's just not tuning in, we're going to be going over the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 4, first 7 verses in the Hebrew. Let me get the breakdown in the English. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 4. Waya Shalak Yaquab Mala La Paryawa Al Aishawa Akayawa Awatah Sha'ayawa Shada Adawam Wayatazawa Akam La'amar Ka'a or Ka Ta'amawak La'adanya La'aishar La'ashawa Ka Amar Abadan Yaquab I'm Laban. That's an N, right? That's not. That's not. The wrong skin. Wrong skin. On 5. That's
start at 5.
No. You'll see me. You kill me. Garatia. Wa'akar. This is the last word before 6.
Mm-hmm.
Aita. Yep. Wayahaya. Laya. Shawar. Why come war? Taza'an. Right there.
This one.
No.
Ya'ibad.
No, next one. Taza'an. Taza'an. I bet.
You got it.
Taza'an, Salaki, y'all. Taza'an, why abide? Why kwapaka'a? Why shala ka'a? Laha gayat? La'a dunya? Lama taza'a? Ka'an? Bayan yak, verse 7. Waya shabwa, hamala atkayum, all yaquab, la mar, ba'anwa, all akayak, all Aishawa, Wagum, Halak, Lakwa Ra'a, Tak, Wa'a Raba'ai, Ma'awath, Ayash, Aimawa, verse 8, Wa, Yayura'a, Yaiquab, Ma'ad, Waya Tazar, Lawa, Waya Ka'ai, Waya Kataza, Ath, Hayam, Ashar, Atawa, Wa'ath, Hataza'an, Wa'ath, Ha Bakwar, Waha Gamalayam, Lashanya, Ma Ka'an Wath, Waya Amar, verse 9, Waya Amar, Amar, Yabo Wa'a, Aishawa, Al, Hama Ka'ana, Ha'a Ka'ath, Waha Kahawa, Wa Hayawa, Hama Ka'ana, Ha Na Sha'awar, Ha Hun,
That's
Hana
Hanashar. Yeah.
La Palal, Ya Ta'a, verse 10, last verse. Wa Amar, Yaiquab, Alahaya, Abu Raham, Wa Alahaya, Abaya, Ya Taza Ka'aqua. With the ka. That's a quad, then. Ya Taza Ka.
Yeah.
Ya Hawa, Ha'amar, Aliyah, Shawab, La'ara, Tazak, Wala, Mawa, Ladatak, Yataya, Ba'a, Aimak. The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verses 4 through 10. And he commanded them, saying, Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob saith thus, I have sojourned with Laban and stayed there until now. And I have oxen and asses, flocks and men servants and women servants. And I have sent to tell my lord that I may find grace in thy sight. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with them. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed. And he divided the people that was with him and the flocks and herds and the camels into 2 bands, and said, If Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape. It's like, if I may, this is already letting you know what Jacob knows. He knows where his brother is.
He knows his brother is deceitful. He knows you cannot trust no white man. This is his actual blood brother. He grew up with this man. He understands what this man's morals and value is. He understands that this man does not care about anything. The reason why he knows it is this the same man that sold his whole birthright. Imagine your birthright. Imagine if your birthright was the whole earth and you sold it just to eat. You don't have no discipline. You don't have any self-respect. You'll give up anything for right then and there. You'll give up your future for something right now. You give up your future for your present. Just because you're hungry a little bit. This is why what's the day that we fast? This is why a Day of Atonement is so important. What are you not willing to give up to suffer? You know what I'm saying? You hungry, but you're not gonna give up what's in store for you because you're hungry. Unlike Esau, it shows you the exact opposite of what he is. He's gonna give up everything just to eat, just for that specific moment, though he could have pushed through, though he could have the white man could be on top forever. All he had to do was not sell his birthright, but guess what? The Lord knew what type of person this was. He knew that this person would give up anything for that one moment. That's what a sinner is. A sinner is a person who will give up all morality, all future benefits for one moment of lust. He lusted for food. He got food. What did he give up? His birthright. What did Jacob do? Jacob said, hey, look, I don't need this. I'm hungry too. Jacob is cooking. Jacob is cooking because he's hungry too. Guess what? Jacob said, hey, you can have this food right now as long as I get what's yours. What's yours is the birthright. He already know this man ain't to be trusted. This man don't care about nothing but feeding his belly. This man does not care about nothing but greed and lust. This is why he kills all the time, unalives all the time, because it's a lust in him. This is why, you ever notice, you be like, damn, they got to get everything? It's like they have to get everything. You know, black people, Hispanic people, we were like, we just want our own little house, nice little picket fence, couple kids, a dog. You know what I'm saying? A nice little job. You don't want nothing, a little car. You don't really want much. You just want your portion of what you think is a good life. Not him. He got to go to the point where he's taking over a whole country. I don't even want a whole country. I just want a yard. You know what I'm saying? I just want a front yard and a backyard and a wife. I don't want much. I don't ask for much. It's not much that I need to be out here and be content with my life. Unlike Esau, unlike what Jacob knew about his brother, he knew his brother needed the world. His brother needed to fulfill his lust. His brother needed to put what he can have in his belly and his stomach. Jacob knows this now. He say, look, I'm not even going to bring all my men here because I know this man is going to unalive everybody in the camp with me and take everything that I have. So, hey, how about he just take half of us and the other half you go this way. So if he unalives one of us, the other half you still good to go. Now that's a soldier. That's a leader. It's like it.
Yeah, and again, this just shows, like you said, like the nature. You got to think, like, we're talking about physical people right now, like Esau and Jacob, right? This is before Jacob became Israel. But what you always got to keep in mind is it's a spirit behind the person, right? Like Jacob was what? Described him earlier. He was a plain man, right?
Well, in his tent.
You know, just chilling, make his food. He was a plain man. Esau, he was already born a hunter. You know, that's who he was. He hunts. The problem with Esau, as I bring up a lot, there's like no cat to his lid. He was blessed with the sword, but that's all he knows how to do. Destroy, destroy, destroy. And he does have, like you said, like an insatiable lust about him. Because no matter how much he gets, he always wants more. Like America is rich. So they tell you anyway. But they also tell you that we're trillions of dollars in debt. Well, if we're trillions of dollars in debt, why are you able to give, I think it's either 9.5 or 95 billion dollars to a whole nother country. Right. Meanwhile, you got people in your country who are starving, who are homeless, who are dying of illnesses. And the thing is, you could fix all that, but all he cares about is what? Money.
Money.
White man cares. Let me tell you something. If there is nothing that the white man cares more about, it's money. He will do anything for money. Think about it. We already have all these cures. We already have all these cures to all these diseases. We have cures to cancer. They have cures to what you would think as uncurable STDs, right? The thing is, though, Esau not trying to cure you. Like, think about it. The pharmaceutical company, the doctors, like the medical field, they're not going to be able to make no money off of you because guess what? If they cure everybody, well, there's no more sick people. they're not gonna make no more money off you. They gotta keep you on that prescription medication. Why? Right. Because guess what? That prescription medication, first of all, your body eventually is gonna become immune to it, first of all. Second of all, they'll give you something for like a heartburn, right? They might give you something for heartburn.
Right.
Then next thing you know, the side effect is kidney failure.
Right.
You know, I'm saying that for a reason because I was prescribed something like that at one point. Guess what? Okay, yeah, I might not have heartburn anymore. Oh, I'm getting used to it now. Now they got to up the dosage. Oh, now I'm getting headaches. Now I need something for my headaches. Oh, now my kidneys are failing. Now I need to go to the doctor to get medicine and surgery for my kidneys. I need to get a kidney transplant now.
Right.
You know how like it just keeps going and going and going? That's just one person. Now imagine everybody.
Right.
That's because that's all Esau cares about. He cares about now, which is funny because when Esau dies, when the white man dies, he can't take his money with him. We as Black people and Hispanics, we know that, right? That's why we value family so much. We value friends so much because we're worried about what's around us. We're worried about the quality, not the quantity. The white man, well, you've seen it earlier, right? Like you brought up how he gave up his birthright. Why? Because he didn't care. I'm hungry now.
Right.
I want this now. I don't care that I'm giving all this up. And then what do you do after? This, again, shows you the nature of the white man. Not only did he give it up, he then got upset after that he didn't get his birthright anymore. And instead of looking at himself and realizing, man, you know, I shouldn't have did that, he got mad at Jacob. Like, oh, you tricked me. He didn't trick you. He told you what it was. He made the deal with you right there and then. He said, hey, look, you know, I'll give you this, whatever the food was, but you got to give me your birthright. And he agreed. He could have said no.
Right.
It was right there in front of him, but he took that as, oh, he tricked me. Now I'm going to destroy Jacob. That's the nature of the white man. The white man is the type of person to go into your country he will murder, I'll say essay for, you know, guideline purposes, essay, rob you of your resources. And then God forbid you retaliate, you're a terrorist.
You're a terrorist.
You, even though they invaded your country and took your belongings, and took your people, took your men, your women, your children. Now you want to retaliate because, I mean, obviously you don't want to be oppressed. Now you're the problem. Come on. It's like, that's all I got. You got something?
I can't find it. It's the one in, I know it's in the paragraph. I think it's Wisdom of Solomon. He's saying the thought process of an evil man is more of that life. He's not thinking about, you know, the future. Oh my God, what is it? Paraphrasing. He's like, he's gonna let us drink wine for this life. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine or something like that. You remember that because he was saying it's Esau. It's how he thinks, and it's like we basically used it for YOLO when we used to always bring up YOLO.
Is it let us drink our father's drink?
No, let me say costly wine. I can't. Yeah.
If you're able to find it, we'll try to get that one.
I can't find it. Looks like y'all. I'll be on the scriptures. It's all right. What was that? Verse 8. Mm-hmm. Verse 8. And said, if Esau comes to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape. Verse 9. And Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord which saidest unto me, return into thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which thou hast shown unto thy servant. But with my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I am become two bands. This is the first thing. This is what a Christian doesn't really, they don't understand. This is what people in the world don't understand who are Christians. They don't understand the power of prayer. Prayer is one of those things that you can't describe to someone who doesn't understand the Lord. Every person who goes through something in the Bible that gets redeemed, the first thing they do is what? They pray. They pray. And they pray humbly. They pray humbly because they know
The only way I can get out of this situation is the Lord. Why? Because the Lord put me in this situation. The only way you can get out of a game is if you ask the game maker to get you out the game. You cannot get yourself out of this. There is nothing you're gonna do to get out of slavery. Look, I've thought of it all, man. I did not want to be here. I thought of every possible way to get out of captivity. I've thought about economics. I've thought about ownership. I've thought about leaving the country. I've thought about everything you can think of. And guess what? There's no way to escape the pain and brutality that blacks and Hispanics go through. No matter where you go, you're going to be called a byword and a proverb. No matter where you go, even if people like you, guess what? They don't really like you. They just fetishize you. They've seen. I remember. I'll give you a time. When I was in the East Side military. I went to Kuwait, and I was 22 at the time. No, I wasn't 21. I was 20. I turned 21 over there, so I'm 20 at the time. Maybe I just turned 21. And we went out to do this mission, and they're all friendlies over there. So we go over. And we go to a place called Tent City. I'm not lying. You can look it up. It's a place called Tent City. So the rich people of Kuwait who got the oil money, they're all in Kuwait in Tent City. And these tents, they ain't like regular tents, like booths. These are tents with centralized air conditioning units in there. Like, they got money, bro. Goats and chickens, they got whole cows out there. So everybody who's rich, you stay on one side and you go to Tent City. So anyway, we go to Tent City to, win hearts and minds. That's what they call it. So we go over there and I go inside. And we're drinking goat's milk, which is the nastiest milk I've ever had in my life. They drink it warm. And if you don't drink it fast enough, a little film gets over it. Yeah. And if you don't drink, so that film is over, but you still got to drink it. And if you say no does not mean not no more. I don't know what no means, but it doesn't mean stop giving me whatever they're giving you. So they'll just keep filling your cup. So anyway, long story short, it's funny how people say long story short, even though the story already long. Anyway, maybe a couple weeks later, we go back out there and I'm on Viper unit. So I go out there, that's a unit that we call who we were. So anyway, I go out there and I'm in the tent and they kept saying Hancock. I'm like that was cool with me, but they kept saying Hancock. I'm like, what is this Hancock? Why they keep calling me? They keep looking at me saying Hancock. Bruh. Yes, bro. As your mind goes. So I'm like, who is this Hancock? And I'm like, Hancock, what are you talking about? They got internet. They not, let me tell you, them people not poor. They rich. Them people rich, like beyond measures, like super rich. Man, dude walk up to me with a phone with a Wi-Fi showing me Will Smith and Hancock. Like, Hancock. I'm like, this is crazy. They only like me because they think I'm Will Smith or I'm related to Will Smith. Oh my gosh. That is everywhere else. They don't like me because I am a priest of God. They don't like me because I am what I am. Because I'm a lobster. They only fetishize me because I remind them of something that they see on TV. But they don't like me. They don't care about me. Your problem is you think there's another way out of here. There's not. You only have one way out of here. That's the Lord. Only way you get out of here is prayer. The only way you get out of the lion's den, Daniel, is what? Praying to the Lord twice. Only way you can get out of a fiery furnace, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is through what? Prayer. Only way you can get out of captivity is through what? Prayer. Only way you can have a baby is through what? Prayer. The only way your baby is going to be safe and secure is through what? Prayer. Only way you're going to be able to get out of America is through what? Prayer. This is the first thing that our Father did. This is who we're named after. Yashala. We're named after him. And the first thing he do when he seen a white man that he knew was going to come unalive him and his people, what did he do? He prayed. You ain't got enough guns to go against Esau. You don't have it. It's not in you. You're not even violent enough. Why do you think we always lose? Even drug dealers who think they're violent and can do some unaliving, they don't have it in them. Because Esau's going to unalive children. We at least have a standard. I'm only going to unalive somebody who's in the game. I'm not going to unalive a woman and the children. No, Esau is going to blow up a church. He's going to blow up a whole entire church with infants in there, newborns. He does not care. He will unalive your pregnant woman because that's what he does. You know, it's like.
No, it's true. And if I could real quick, like just going over the whole, like you really can't escape. Oh no, what I wanted to go over is, okay, so you're bringing up how, of course, like through prayer, right?
Right.
For anybody who's watching, the Lord answered these people's prayers, right? Why though? Because Christians pray.
Right.
Or was it Muslims pray? There's plenty of people that pray.
Right.
But the Lord only answers certain people's prayers. Why? Let me see if I know real quick before we what you got? Having faith. Okay.
Give me some more. Give me some more.
What is something that we do that makes the Lord answer us? We're righteous. Okay. You're like right there. Give me like a little bit more. Like, what is something like we do? Like we practice what? There you go.
That's what young man.
Yep.
Being clean.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all got it right. We follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. A Christian don't do that.
Right.
A Christian will sit here and be like, yeah, I don't eat pork, but I still celebrate Halloween.
Right.
Halloween was just not that long ago. All right. That's a satanic holiday. That's already been proven like how many times? I believe police officer at the Walker Bar, he already did like a breakdown on it in his class.
We do it every year.
Like it's the same thing, right? Y'all still celebrate Easter with some bunny laying eggs. First of all, it's not even about a bunny; it's about Ishtar, who's the goddess of fertility.
Right. And
really, it's a freak off. I'm gonna say it like that. Like that's really all it is. Slocky. That's really what it is. But they try to mask it and be like, no, it's about a bunny and you go out into the field. Like, no, it ain't. It's a freak off. It's a Diddy party. That's really what it is. My point being is Christians, they like to pick and choose what they want to listen to. I actually seen something, you probably seen it too. It was on Facebook. There's always some fake Israelite out there. That's why we call y'all fake Israelites. It was some sister in the world. She was saying, I'll follow all the law, statutes, and commandments, but you ain't gonna convince me that you can have multiple wives.
That's a Christian.
It's like that's a Christian mindset. You'll listen to everything else, but this one thing where the Lord said you gotta follow all of them. I can't sit here, come up in here like, I follow all the law, statutes, and commandments, but I still get tattoos though. I'm still cool with that. It's like I can't take you seriously. This brother not gonna take you seriously. The man Johnny Hana ain't gonna take you seriously. More importantly, the Lord ain't gonna take you seriously.
Right.
Like, who is this dude? Because if you're willing to break one law, right, what's stopping you from doing something crazier like molesting a child? I know that sounds wild, right?
They can't see that what you're saying.
Because the thing is, we think as people, we think carnally. We think, okay, before we continue real quick, because I don't want to be too long-winded. The Lord equates sin as sin.
Right.
Sin is sin. Whether you murder somebody, whether you touch a child, whether you sodomize someone, or you celebrate a holiday.
Right.
Or you might eat what's that? What's that Haribo? That the gummy bears?
Oh yeah, is it Harumba?
Something like that. You said Harumba?
Yeah, I'm crazy. Ain't that a monkey?
Yeah, but it's but they like most gummy bears are unlawful because there's what gelatin, there's pork in it, right? So the Lord looks at it like this: a person who eats that gummy bear and it's pork gelatin in it,
right? You
are no better
than a
child molester.
Come on.
To us, that sounds crazy. It's like, whoa, what do you mean? Like, no, it is the same. You get my point? So that's what we're trying to bring out. But my whole thing is the reason why the Lord answers people's prayers in the Bible is because they follow the law, statutes, and commandments, like you said. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, the Lord is not going to listen to you.
Right.
Christians tell you God hates the sin, but not the sinner. Where in the Bible, it literally tells you that God hates sinners. You're not serving him, so why should he serve you? You get my point, Slocky. That's all I got.
If I may. All right, let's get to this Hebrew. Slocky, y'all gotta be patient with me. I stopped writing it. I just want to get, this is making me better. Next year, I'm gonna be really good. Quata Nataya Makal Hakasadayam Wa Makal Ha'amath Ashar I Shayath Ath I Badak Kaya Bama Kwalaya Iber Rakya Ath Haya Radan Hazaha Wa'ata Hayaya Yataya Lashanya Ma Ka'an Wath Ha Tazaya Lanya Na'a Mayad Kaya Mayad Aishawa Kaya Yara'a Anakaya Adwa what was it? Anakaya Adwa Pana Yaba Wa Ha Kanya Ama Al Banyam Wa'ata Amarath Ha Ya Hayatab Aya Tawab Aimak Washam Matya Ath Zara'ak Ka Kawa'al Hayam Ashar La'a Ya Yasapar Marab, verse 14. Verse 14. Wayalak Shum Bayalala Ha Hawa'a Wayakakwa Mak or Mun Haba'a Bayadwa Manaka'a La'aishawa Akayawa, verse 15. Azayum Ma'atayum Wata Ya Shayum Aisharayum Raka'a Layum Ma'atyum Wa'a Layawum Aisharayum Gamayayum Maya Naya Kwawath Wabun Yahum Shalashayum Power Wath Ara Ba'ayum Waparyum Aishra Atanath Aisha Rayum Rayum Aisha Ra'ah, verse 17. Wayathan Bayad Ibad Yawa Idar Laba Dadwa Waya Amar Al Ibad Yawa Ibarawa Lapunya Rabawa'a Dasha Yamar Shamarwa Bayak Idar Wabayak Idar, verse 18, last verse. Waya Tazawa Ath Hara Shawak La'amar Kaya Yapa Gashak Aishawa Aka Aya Washa Alak La'amar Lamawa Ata Wa'ana Talak Walamaya Allah or Allah Lapanya Yak. The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verses 11.
Yeah.
Right. Come. Oh, you know, I think you're right. Yeah. Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me and the mother with the children.
You know what you said earlier?
That's what I'm not making this. Look, I'm telling y'all, I didn't even read up. I just know.
You know, I'm a priest of God. I'm joking. But look, no, really think about what this man knows, man. This is my brother, and I know he's a cunning hunter. Me personally, I don't like seeing a lot of blood just laying around me. I don't like to see where animals get unalived. I don't like to see that. You know, I can see if a lion go hunt a gazelle. That's law. But I don't have an infatuation with going to unalive animals, man. That's not a thing I have. When you look at Michael Myers, look at the beginning of Michael Myers, I know it's just a story, just a kid's trilogy, I guess, of Halloween. He started unaliving cats. They look at that. When you start to look at, serial unalivers, they go look at their childhood and what did they do in childhood. You start looking it up, they're arsonists. They're people who started unaliving cats. If you have a child that unalives a cat or something like that, you need to watch out for that. It's something in him that makes him does things like that.
If I could,
yes, sir.
It's a disorder. This, again, like you said, it's usually white males actually.
Right.
It's called antisocial disorder, and one of the earliest signs of like the traits, like you said, like a serial killer, they kill animals, but they don't just kill them. If that makes sense, like
mutilate.
Yeah, it's it's called Chronicle. It's a movie. Long story short, it's about like these three dudes. They end up getting like powers or whatever. But anyway, one of them, he a little off. It's a white boy, and he gets his powers, and he starts like, killing animals. But he doesn't just kill them; he'll torture them. Like he saw a spider, and he could have just stepped on the spider and kept it moving. No, he like picks up the spider and like separates the legs from each other, like crazy stuff. But it's like you said, like that behavior. They have no regard. What is it? They have no regard for life. That's what it is. So, but just kind of adding on to what you're saying.
He knows. You are so right. He knows. Look. And this is the first thing he does. He prays to the Lord. He's telling you, I am fearful of this guy. I am so fearful of this guy. I am finna separate half of my company. I want my family with me, but I can't have you living with me at this point in time. Because I know if he sees all of you, he's going to unalive you, and I can't have that. So I have to send you off. He know this is the human Jacob. This is the human Esau. Well, Esau's not even human. He doesn't have any hue, which means color. He's with this man. Now it's just a spirit of him that just relies and rests on him. You should know when people like to walk across the street when they see a bunch of black people. No, I ain't scared. I'm walking through you, but you should be more worried of a clan rally than going down the 60s on Crip Day. You shouldn't be. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Just make sure you're wearing blue or black. But if you go around a bunch of white people, let me tell you something. They thought process, and it's a bunch of them too. If it's just one of them, he's scary. But when it's a group of them, they are trying to unalive you and attack you and do whatever you can. Let me tell you something, man. Your forefather knew what type of person this was, what type of animal this was. Like she said, sadistic behavior. He's sadistic. He's seen him carve and skin up these animals. Go. I ain't got time to be going hunting deers, man. I'm just not a deer hunter. I don't want. It's too much work to go into doing all that. I don't want to do stuff like that. It's not me. That's what he loves. That's what he likes to do. He loves to unalive, sadistic behavior. So he's praying to the Lord, deliver me. I pray thee from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, look, it's a group of them, but I am afraid. That's all right. The Lord knows. The Lord understands. Just because you are afraid don't mean you're a coward, though. He still walked to him. You gotta understand it. Yeah, I'm afraid. It's 10 to 20, y'all, but we finna fight. Believe that. And Jacob's not worried. Why? Because he got the Lord on his side. Lest he will come and smite me and the mother with the chip. Why does he even have to put that in there? What type of person unalives mothers and children? You leave women. We've always left women and children alone. That's why don't nobody like people who do drive-bys, because you shooting up everybody except the person you're supposed to shoot.
You know, it's crazy. If I could real quick, just that small little detail again, it says "and mother with children."
Right.
It again shows the nature, because most of the time you read the Bible, right? When we went to war, what is something that we did that was different? Like most of the time, than what was done right here. It says, "For I fear him unless he will come and smite me and the mother with children." Right. So, reason also Alatazar is explaining to y'all the nature of Esau. He don't care. Like he'll see your wife right there with the baby in her arms and just, you know what I'm saying? What is something when you most of the time when you hear of us going to war? I'll just give it to you like this for time's sake. Did we do that?
Right.
The sister said, left the women and the children behind. You're very close. You're close. We didn't leave them behind, but again, this is war. Most of the time, Israel took them as prisoners of war. That's the difference, though. We went to war with the men, but we didn't have it in us to sit here and be like, all right, we're about to just slaughter all these women.
Right.
We're going to, like, Esau, and a lot of heathens, actually, it's not even just Esau. It's a lot of heathens. When they go to war, like, they just do, like, you read, like, I read a little bit about, like Japanese history. Everybody knows them for like, anime and stuff. Those people were sick. They still are. But when they went to war, I didn't know they did the same things as Esau.
Right.
They were going to other countries. I forgot who they went to war with, but they were sexually assaulting the women. The woman would be pregnant. They'll sexually assault them. It take turns. Like, you got to think, who thinks of that? Like, we at war and you have it in you to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. And it's a gang of y'all doing that.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then kill her after. Like, for what? Like, what was the purpose of that? But Israel, the man, we don't have that mindset. We go to war and then that's it. We conquer the territory. That's it. We do what we got to do. We ain't about to be doing all that weird stuff.
That's crazy.
But that's, again, showing the nature of not just Esau, but these heathens as well. Slocky. That's all I
got. Verse 12. And thou saidest, I will surely do thee good and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. Again, extenuating the promises that was given to the father. They did not stop at Jacob. They did not stop at Yashala. They came to us, or Israel. They came to us. You sitting there thinking that it was given to everybody. There's no proof that it was given to everybody. Again, you're looking at promises that were given to Abraham, that were given to Isaac that was given to Jacob. You're not looking at, oh, well, he extended Genesis 32 and 12 to everybody on the planet Earth. He never said that. And thou saidest, I will surely do thee good and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. Verse 13. And he lodged there that same night and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother. This is a smart man. He said, you know what? Because he understands white man. He understands how to, talk to a white man. Like, hey, look, you know what? I got him. I'm going to play him right quick. I'm going to give him something. I'm going to give him a gift. Maybe I can hold him out for a little bit. Verse 14. 200 she-goats and 20 he-goats. 200 ewes. Oh, Salaki. Why? This is a question, especially for all the sisters. Why would he give them 200 she-goats and 20 he-goats and not 200 he-goats and 20 she-goats? This is for all the sisters. Why would Jacob say, hey, look, man, you can get 200 she-goats and I'm going to give you 20 he-goats and not 200 he-goats and 20 she-goats? Why? Anybody? Anybody?
This should be easy.
This is real easy. It's just common sense. Why would this man be like, look, I'm going to give you 200 male goats and I'm going to give you 20 she-goats? I know y'all know. You might not want to answer, but the answer is clear. The answer is clear as day. Come on, sis. Yes, she knows how to word it. They can impregnate. There we go. Yep. Multiple wives. It is the simplest. You fight it so much, but it is what it is. If you would like to produce a nation, you have to have multiple wives. There's no. I was just seeing some show where it's this lady. She got 2 husbands. Are they considered husbands? I don't know what they are. She got 2 lovers.
That's a freak.
And then they was like sitting down
And then the third one came in, and she was all giggling.
Oh wait,
I
seen
seen
a clip.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah,
I've never seen the show. Don't want to watch. I might actually want to watch it just to see how this works, but I know it's not really working. The two dudes was like, I ain't never seen her this giggly. Of course,
you see the jealousy.
Yeah, you
like I'm not right. Oh my god, I see the clip too because the dude came in and like both of the other dudes, they just kind of did this.
They knew,
like had a stove face because like it's not natural. And also, if I could, real quick, I'm glad you used that analogy. Like, why didn't they use 200 he goats and 20 she goats? Another thing, look, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm just saying, most male species, all right, we're territorial.
Right.
We're territorial. We don't like to share. We selfish. I'm just keeping it buck. We selfish. All right. If you put 200 he goats with 20 she goats, you know what them 200 he goats?
They're dying.
They gonna fight
until one is left to impregnate them all.
The population gonna go down because they're gonna be like, this is mine. No, this is mine. Now they over here headbutting each other,
right? Whatever
they be doing,
right?
And now they dead. Now they headbutted. Now you injured. Now there's one left. He beat up.
He can't even do what he gotta do. He can't even. Cause he hurt. He got one eye missing.
It don't work. It's a lot.
It's why man, like, I'm gonna give you 200 she goats. Even when you dealing with flowers, even when you're dealing with trees, there are female trees and there are male trees. Female tree, you go look at it. Just go outside one day and just take a look. Go to the park. Those smooth trees, those are female trees. Those trees are producing more. You need those type of trees to produce. Then you have male trees, them big, rough, ugly trees you can peel the bark off of. That's a male. It's rough. You're not gonna see more of them than women trees. You're just not gonna do it.
Actually, if I could, sidebar. Now you do see more of them.
You know what?
And it causes a problem
in the ecosystem.
Like, okay, y'all get allergies, right? I'm going through right now. Y'all get allergies. You want to know why your allergies messing up? There's too many male trees. You know what the male trees do? You ever see that pollen that goes out? Slacky, I'm about to disturb my mind. Slacky.
I've never thought of
that pollen that goes out. That's how trees, male trees, impregnate the female trees. The problem is though, ain't enough female trees. So guess what? Like you said, it disturbs the ecosystem. Y'all got all these male trees. Now you over here, trying to walk away right now. Slacky. There's too many male trees out here. There's too many of y'all. There needs to be more female trees
than male trees.
See how it disrupts everything? So even to the plant life, it's messed up. Slacky. It's a problem.
This is
too many.
That is so biblical and spiritual. And why do you think you're any better than that? What makes you think, because you have a mind that makes you think, or you have consciousness, why do you think your life is any better than that? You are the same exact thing. When we go into reincarnation, why is reincarnation always likened to plants, to gardening? Why is reincarnation always likened to husbandry? Because the things you have to do for a plant to survive or a fruit to survive, it's the same thing a human has to do. You're no different. You're just a human. But those things, what do you say? A continuing population. Yes, you need a continuing population. Because if it's 20 dudes and it's one woman, look, let me tell you something.
Somebody will die.
19 of y'all will die. And that last brother is going to be so injured and brutally mutilated, he can't even do nothing anyway. So now everything that you paid for goes away.
Yep.
You need women. We're not making this up. This is just basic common sense. My wife will be looking at this right now. Yes. I'm just reading what the Bible says. Anyway, verse 13, it's like, and he lodged there that same night and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau, his brother, 200 she goats and 20 he goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 milch camels with their coats, 40 kine and 10 bulls, 20 she asses and 10 foals. And he delivered them into the hand of his servants. Every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, pass over before me, and put a space betwixt drove and drove.
And he commanded the foremost, saying, when Esau my brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, whose art thou, and whither goest thou, and whose are these before thee? I'm not gonna jump ahead, but this is how you should be. You should be a planner. You should think about every possibility of what can happen. Jacob is already letting them know, hey, here go my servants. I need y'all to be miles ahead of me. I need y'all to be way in front of me and go with these gifts first. I don't want to come with the gifts because what he knows Esau to be, Esau would take the gifts and unalive everybody. He said, hey, look, man, y'all my servants. Y'all go up there with the gifts first. We gonna hang in the back. But this other group that I have, they're gonna go way over there. So he's basically separating them in 3 droves. He got his servants with the gifts. He has himself and his group, and he has another group going way over there because he does not want Esau to unalive the whole thing. It's better to save half than to unalive all. So like 18. Book of Genesis chapter 32, verse 18. Wayatazawa, Hara Shawak, La Amar, Kayum, Yapa Gashak, Aishawa, Akayum, Wa Shalak, La Amar, Lamayum, Ata, Wa'ana, Tha Talak, Walamayum, Alaha, Alas like it. La Punyak, verse 19. Marath, La Baidak, La Iqua, Manana, Hawa Shalawa, Ka'a, La Adanya, La Shawa, Wahana, Gum, Hawa Kayanwa, Waya Tazawa, Gum, Ha Shanya, Gum, Hashal, Yashaya, Gum, Kal, Haha La Kayum, Akaraya, Akayara, Ha'adar Rayum, La'amar, Badabar, Hazaha, Tha Dabara, Wak, or 1, Al, Aishawab, Bamad Taza Akam, Atwa, Wama Ratham, Gum, Hana, Ibadak, Yaiqua, Kar, Yanawa, Kayub, Amar, Akapara, Punyawa, Baman, Ka'a, Halakath, Lapunya, Wa'a, Karaya, Kun, Our Punyawa, Awalaya, Yasha'a, Punya, verse 22, Wata Ibar, Haman, Ka'a, Al, Punyawa, Wahawa'a, Lun, Bayalaya, Hahawa'a, Bama Ka'ana, verse 23, Wayaquam, Balayala, Hawa'a, Wayaqua, Shatya, Nashayawa, Wa'ath, Shatya, Shapaka'a, Ka'ath, Yawa, Wa'ath, Aka'ad, Ishar, Yala Laya La Yawa, Waya Ibar, Ath, my Abar, Yaibak, 24. Come. Waya Kwaka Waya Ibarum, Ath, Hana Kaal, Waya Ibar, Ath, Ashar, Lawa. The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 18. Then thou shalt say, they be thy servant Jacob's. It is a present sent unto my Lord Esau. And behold, also he is behind us. And so commanded he the second and the third, and all that followed the drove, saying, on this manner shall ye speak unto Esau when ye find him. And say ye moreover, behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the present that goeth before me. And afterward I will see his face. Peradventure, he will accept of me. He knew what to do with his brother because he knew what type of man his brother was. He knew his brother could be appeased with a gift. This is why the scriptures tell you a gift destroyeth the heart. Why? Because you are just like Esau. Because Esau has taught you. It's so easy to beguile your woman in the world because you can cheat on her, beat on her, do all that, and you buy her a diamond ring. I don't have to bring it up, but look at Diddy and Cassie. Cassie was getting beat the hell out of for years, tormented for years. There are stories that you've never heard of that Diddy was doing to her. It don't matter when Diddy putting her in a Rolls Royce. That high value man is getting her a diamond ring. Yeah. None of that matters when he doing whatever he doing for her. Oh, she getting beat the hell out of her, but she got a diamond ring. She getting beat the hell out of her, but her nails and her hair did every week. She getting beat the hell out of her, but she's in a penthouse. She's getting beat the hell out of her, but she's going overseas. She's getting done the dirtiest of all women, but it don't matter because Diddy got her in a Rolls Royce. Well, that's just like dealing with some sister in the streets. You beating the hell out of her, but you done bought her a Honda or you done whatever. That's the type of person you are. You fall for that because that's what type of person Esau is. Esau knows, hey, look, I know I don't like Jacob, but Jacob gave me this gift, I'm gonna let him pass. Yeah, that's the type of person you are. Yeah, he beat the hell out of me, girl. But man, he bought me this Honda. What? He bought you a car?
That's real though.
He bought you a $30,000 car, but you got a black eye.
All the sins are washed away.
That's crazy.
Like that. And it does show, like you're right, that is Esau's nature because look what happened. How did he lose his inheritance? With a gift.
With a gift.
He cares about the now. It's carnal. And this is like a lesson that I think we should all learn. Don't be carnal. Like you're gonna fight with your flesh more than anything else. Right. And you might want to smoke that blunt. You haven't smoked, you've been in the truth for X amount of years. You're like, man, I've been good, man. I've been good. You visit your homeboys. They smoking just one. Just
right.
One. You because that right there, that's how the demon gets you. The same way the serpent beguiled Eve is the same way a demon's gonna beguile you. The demon won't tell you it's just one time.
Right.
It's just one time. Okay, so you smoked the blunt that one time. Here's what really gets you too. You smoked it that one time, you ain't get caught. The Lord sees you, but again, you're thinking carnally. We didn't see you.
Right.
Captain Gadalhar didn't see you. Babylon didn't see you. The generals didn't see you. Commander General Hana didn't see you. So it's like, okay. Guess what? You did it that one time. Ooh, I'm gonna do it again. Ooh, I'm gonna do it again. Ooh, I'm gonna do it again. And then like it always sneaks up on you when you least expect it. So we think at least. Then none of the generals, they didn't catch you. Guess who caught you though? Your wife.
Right.
Your kid. Your husband. They caught you. Now you that's the demon right there.
Every time.
Because you was worried about the lust now. So
right.
You was worried about the now, not realizing what's going to do to you in the future.
Right.
And that's Esau. This is why Esau needs to be, I'll say in a sense, like dethroned in a sense, which has already been prophesied because why? The earth is in mourning.
Right.
The earth is dying. I seen something, I don't know if it's Mount Everest or Mount Kilimanjaro, one of those. It's the big mountain, and like I guess around wintertime, it has like a bunch of snow. So I guess the news was covering it, and they saw that it's around that time. There's no snow. There's no snow at all because the earth is just so hot now. Like I'm finding out. I'm talking to my mom. I'm from Connecticut. It's cold. All right, you been there. It's cold, right? You want to know what it was the other day? It was hotter than California. It was 80 degrees. I'm like, man, how is it 80 degrees? We in November. Well, we're in November now. Why? Because of everything that Esau doing, the waste, the hazardous material, right. the gas, all that stuff. But the thing is, we had water-powered cars.
Right.
We had that. Guess what? They dead.
Yeah.
Why? Because Esau can't make a profit off of that. There's homelessness running rampant all across America. Esau could fix it, but why would he do that? Why spend money on the homeless? Why, man? I'm about to enslave these people. Matter of fact, I'm about to make it illegal to be homeless. I can throw y'all in jail and get free labor out of y'all.
And I'm gonna buy a yacht with that labor.
Yeah, because Esau only cares about the now. Not realizing Esau, you're leading to destruction.
Right.
You're leading yourself into destruction because you're so worried about the now. You're carnal. Don't be like Esau. If you're carnal and you're worried about the now, you're no better than an Edomite. You're no better than an East Asian. You're no better than a South Asian. You're no better than Japanese, Chinese, right. Mongolian, East Indian. You're no better than all these other nations because they're carnal. So if you want to be like them, okay, they're going to meet their demise. It's already happening. So I suggest you think more spiritually than carnally. So like it. It's all right.
What was that? 20.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And say ye moreover, behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the present that goeth before me, and afterward I will see his face. Peradventure he will accept of me. So went the present over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok. And he took them and sent them over the brook and sent over that he had. Verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. We'll get to that. Book 25 through. Okay. The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 25. Wayo Watar Yaquab Libadawa Waya Ibak Ayash Ayash Imawa Id Alawath Hashakar, verse 26. Waya Ra'ah Kayub La'ah Yakal Lawa Waya Ga'ai Baikapa or Bakapa Yarakawa Wata Kwai Kakwa Yarak Yaikwa Baha I Baikwawa Imawa, verse 27. Waya Amar Shala Kanya Kaya Allah Ha Shakar Waya Amar La'a Ashala Ka'ak Kaya Amar Bara Katanya, verse 28. Waya Amar Alayawa Maha Omar Ma Shamak Waya Amar Yaikwa, verse 29. Waya Amar La'a Yaikwa Yamar Iwad Shamak Kayum Amar Yasha Ra'al Yasha Salaki Amar Yasha'ala Yasha'ala Kayum Sharayath Ain Alahayim Wayam Wayam, Anashayam, Wata Wakal, verse 30, Wayasha'al, Yaiquab, Wayamar, Haggadah, Na'ah, Shemak, Wayamar, Lama, Zah, Tasha'al, Lashamaya, Waya Barak, Atwa, Shum, verse 31, Waya Para'ah, Yaiquab, Shum, Hamakwam, Punyawal, Kaya, Ra'ayakya, Alahayam, Panyam, Al, Panyam, Watan, Tazal, Napashawah. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. Like, if I may.
What?
So, I mean, most people who've been in school for a while, you heard this breakdown before. But anyway, at this point, Jacob was having a dream. Yaakov was having a dream, and he's wrestling with an angel. And this angel is giving him the go. But to this angel, Yaakov is giving him the go. Yaakov is not shutting down. He's fighting to his last leg. He's fighting, he's giving it his all with his last leg, to the point that this angel now is like, man, he's getting at me, he's getting with me. So I'm gonna keep reading. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, this is the angel. The angel is seeing, this is just a mortal man, and I'm not prevailing against him. He touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. It's like, I still don't understand why fake Israelites believe you can't eat a thigh. They look at this scripture. I've heard it before. They think you can't eat a chicken thigh. They like, you go look it up, man. I've heard this from a few brothers. You can't eat a chicken thigh, which is the craziest thing. I'm gonna eat a chicken thigh. That chicken thigh is juicy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat a chicken thigh, but there's no sin against it. They'll read that scripture, and somehow, because the angel knocked his thigh out, they think the thigh is no good. I've heard it before. I've seen it before. It's a wild statement.
What does that even have to do with it?
Because fake Israelites are stupid.
Like, what?
If you're a fake Israelite, you're stupid. You are so dumb. You dumb, man.
I've never heard that one.
It's a crazy, man. We used to have whole discussions about this. It's crazy. But it was like a class. A question was asked during my one time, this was years ago. Question was asked, and he was like, "What?" Like, he never heard it either. Because that's insane.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Anyway,
it don't exist.
It don't exist. Like, how do you even figure you can't eat a chicken thigh? Anyway, and when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thighs was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. Even still, his thigh is out of socket, out of joint, and Jacob still wrestling with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaketh." And he said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." Y'all got to see what is going on here. Jacob's thigh is out of place. A part of his body is broken. A part of his body is out of there. And the angel is telling him, "Hey, man, let me go, man. The day breaketh, man. We've been fighting all night." He's like, the angel is like, "I'm tired, bro. I am tired. And you still going?" Jacob says, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." And he said unto him, "What is thy name?" And he said, "Jacob." And he said, "Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed." You know how Jacob got his name? Exactly, young man, Davon thought it was Grizzle. Now we fighting, boy. You thought it was easy over here. We fighting, boy. You gotta give me what I want. I'm gonna fight you. The only reason why your forefather got his name changed is because he fought. He fought through the pain. He overcame what was going on with him. I know you got a sickness. I know you got a disease. I'm not even talking about physical. I'm talking about spiritual. You got a sickness in your head. I know you do. You got a disease that's going through your head. I know you do. I know you. I see it. You got a problem with something. I understand. Guess what? You got to overcome that. so you can get your name changed. So you can get what's rightfully yours. So you can get the kingdom of heaven. Y'all sitting here thinking, when you're reading this, I remember before we even got on this thing when we were doing 49 verses, we used to really break down 7 verses and go through them all day. You read Genesis, the only way you can understand Revelation is through Genesis. Genesis is really starting to get you to understand that this Bible is scriptural. It's scriptural and it's spiritual. You think what you see, this is a physical fight, but you have to start thinking about it spiritually. It ain't just a physical fight that he's having. Think about it if you're Jacob. When you're looking at brothers and sisters in this Bible, you have to look at it as if it's you. You have to see, if I was in that position, what would I do? If I was trapped in a lion's den, what would I do? If I was Paul and these Roman soldiers is trying to unalive me, what would I do? If I was Saul and I unalived your brothers in the truth and I came back as Paul, how would I be? If I was a brother that saw Paul, who was unaliving my brothers, and he coming to the truth, saying now he in the truth, how would I react? If I was born in Judea and I seen them brothers over there in Ephesia or Philippians or Thessalonians acting a certain way, how would I feel? If I was a brother in Thessalonica, which I am, I'm a brother in America, and I see brothers keeping the law, and I want to now be that, how would I feel? You have to look at it from every angle. If I was this brother, if I was this sister, what would I do? You don't have to think on what you would do. Why? Because what you should do is already been placed upon you, laid upon you. That's why it's in the scriptures, to teach you.
If I could, real quick, I see, was it Kodashi Ali said the blessing is in the fight, and let's see the name that earned. Oh, the name that you
earn your name.
It's like, yeah. And if I could, real quick, right? Like we go over this quite a bit. This is just for anybody, in the truth, who wants to come into the truth, new to the truth, whatever, right? You see that Yaquab, Jacob, right? Name later changed to Yasha Allah, Israel. He got that name. Why? Because he earned it.
Right.
He earned it. In the Hebrew, it actually means Israel. God prevails, right? He prevailed against that angel. He prevailed. He earned it, right? Just like how you earn your name, like you said, Kodashi Allah. Now, if I could, real quick, right? You earned it. Don't be that person. I say it every time. I'm gonna keep saying it because there's still people that come into this truth thinking that they can get by. You come into the truth and y'all mad because y'all been in the truth for a year, 2 years. You didn't get your name yet. Probably a good reason you didn't get your name yet.
Right.
All right. I might not see it. Brother right next to me might not see it. We might not know you. The Lord sees it though. Maybe there's something about you that didn't change. Because you like, if I could real quick, you do understand the whole point of brothers, you wearing all black. You do understand what that is, right? It's not for a fashion statement. It's not what it is. We put you in all black. Why? We call you young man. Why? Because you are a young man to this truth. We don't care if you 80 or 8.
Right.
The Lord doesn't care. You're a young man to this truth. Just like at one point, Adam was a young man. Abraham was a young man. He got his name late, real late. He was an old man. He was like 90 something. He was real old, right? But the point is, they had to earn it. Same way you have to earn it. You probably aren't doing what you're supposed to do. And the thing is, you might come to class, you might dress in all black. Sisters, sisters take a little longer to get their names because sisters are usually referred to as the weaker vessel. I understand it might be a little harder to shed certain things, right?
Right.
You come into this truth, you might be in here for a little hot minute.
Right.
Do not, and I'm saying this for a reason, do not be that sister and be like, I ain't get my name yet. Or you jealous because somebody else got their name before you. There might be another sister, she might have been there for, I don't know, 8 months.
Right.
Salakia. She might have came in for 8 months, got her name. I don't know, maybe she was just a little bit more righteous than you. I don't know, maybe you could learn something. Right? For brothers, Salakia.
Male trees.
Salakia. Damn, Esau. It's his fault.
The white man is the devil.
White man the devil. It's your fault. But my point being is don't be like that, right? That says a lot about who you are as a person. You probably didn't earn your name. And if you did earn your name, okay, now you're whatever you are now. That's cute, I guess. All right. Now what? Because trust me, there's been plenty of people who came into this truth that got their name and they left. Didn't come back. You understand? They in the world. But then when they want to come around, they say, oh, Shalom on Christ out of one. I'm being real. Don't be that brother. Don't be that sister neither. Because look, we brotherly. We still gonna shalom on Christ's side. Oh, shalom, sister. We still gonna do that, because we're gonna be brotherly. We hope you turn your evil, wicked ways and come back. But the Lord sees what you're doing. Don't be that person that smokes weed and then you want to come to class.
Right.
Don't be that person that it's Kwame Ashala up in here and then you want to go home and celebrate Halloween. All right. Don't sit here and you listening to all the law, statutes, and commandments, and then you want to leave and go be a sodomite.
That's crazy.
Or you want to I don't know. I keep saying it. I'm saying it for a reason. You want to have a freak off. Y'all nasty. Y'all hear multiple wives and think that y'all can do some nasty stuff. Just so I'm gonna just put it out there, Salakia. Yeah, brother, you can have multiple wives. There's rules with that though. Don't be that weird brother that thinks that I can't say the word I really want to say. Don't be that weird brother that's getting intimate with your women at the same time. I think that's like probably the best way that I can put it, right?
You're a freak.
You a freak and you're introducing, I don't know if whatever. You're introducing homosexuality.
Yes.
All right. You're causing your women to sin. Whole point being is you earn it, right? It's not given to you. I don't care if you've been in this school for 5 years and you ain't got your name yet. Ask yourself why you ain't got your name yet. And is that all you want? You just want a name? You just want to be labeled. You want to have that on your little Facebook posts. Now you righteous? Are you really righteous? Are you following the law, statutes, and commandments when you're not around?
Right.
When you're by yourself, because that's when the demons attack you the most. When you're by yourself, that's when you're really weak, right? If you allow yourself to be.
Right.
That's all I got for that. But long story short, yes, Israel, formerly known as Jacob, he earned his name. He fought for his name, right? You can go ahead, Slack.
Well, I don't know what I was at.
You ended at 30. Actually, no, I think you're a little more.
Okay, 29. And Jacob asked him and said, "Tell me, I pray thee, thy name." And he said, "Wherefore is it that thou dost ask after my name?" And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place of Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. Verse 31, slash verse. Yeah. And as he passed over Peniel, the sun rose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. We're gonna get to it. Look.
What's up?
This clear. It's still read right, but what else? Swing on the 32. Still more stuff. All right. The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 32. Waya ta raka lawa hashamasha. Crazy. We should mark that. That's very interesting now. Waya za raha lawa hashamash kashar ibar ata pun wa'al wahawa'a tazala al Yarakawa, verse 33. Salakia. Al kun la'a ya kawa bunya ya shara'al Salakia. Yasha'ala. Yasha'ala Gayad Hanashah, Ashar, Al, Kapah, Hayarak, I, Hayawam, Hazah, Kaya, Nagai, Bakapa, Yarak, Yaikwab, Bayad,
Hanashah, chapter 33, verse 1. Waya Sha'ah, Ya'ai Kwab, Ya'ai Nayawa, Waya Ra'ah, Wahana, Aishawa, Ba'a, Wa'amawa, Ara Ba'ai, Ma'awath, Ayash, Waya Ka'ataza, Ath, Haya La Dayamum, Al, La'ah, Wa'al, Raka'al, Waya Kwa, Shatya, Ha'apatah, verse 2, chapter 33, verse 2, Waya Shum, Ath, Haparayah, Wa'ath, Yala Dayatha, Rakawashah, Wa'ath, La'aha, Wayaladayam, Aturatanyam, Wa'ath, Raka'al, Wa'ath, Yashap, Aka'arananyam, verse 3, Wahawa'ah, Ibar, Lapanyahum, Waya Shatakawa, Ara, Taza'ah, Shaba'ai, Pa'ai, Mayum, Ait, Gumshat Kashat Ya, Shatwa, Ait, Aikayawa, verse 4, Waya Baratazah, Aishawa, Lakwa, Atwa, Waya Ka'a, Ka'ai Kwap Kawa, Waya Ba'ath, Al, Tazapawanyaka, Al, Tazah, Wakaya, Waya Shai, Kwaka'a, Waya Baraya, verse 5. Verse 5, Waya Sha'ah, Ath, Ayatayan, Waya Ra'ah, Ath, Hana, Shayawam, Wa'ath, Halalaya Dayam, Ashar, Ka'anak, Alahayim, Ath, Ibadarak, verse 6, last verse, Wata Gaishak, Hashapanak, Hana, Wayalida Yakak, Wata Shata Ka'a Thun. The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 32. Therefore, the children of Israel eat not of the sinew which shrank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh and the sinew that shrank. That's what they try. That's the verse.
So that's where they get that.
Yeah, no.
You can't eat a chicken's thigh.
That's you gotta understand that. Yeah, fake Israelites are stupid. So you telling me you gonna get a 10-piece dark and white meat, you just gonna throw the thigh away? Yeah, you the new food. You know what I'm saying? You already poor. You throwing away the juiciest part of the chicken. Yeah, you the new food. Not me. I'm gonna eat that chicken thigh. I'm gonna eat that chicken thigh. Believe me. I'm gonna eat it down to the grizzle. Chapter 33, verse 1. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men. And he divided the children unto Leah and unto Rachel and unto the two handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost. Here you go again. Here you go again. This is what he does. This is the problem Jacob had. He loved Rachel the most. He said, hey, look, I'm going to put the two handmaids first. Then I'm going to put Leah. Then I'm going to put Rachel with me. He ain't learned his lesson. He still ain't learning it. And that's you. That's you. You still haven't learned the lesson. If you really read what's going on, you be like, wow. Because you go back to our prior classes, we talk about how the Lord was basically punishing Rachel because he was punishing Rachel because he loved Rachel the most and loved Leah the less. And so Leah kept getting the babies. Leah had 4 children, 4 sons. And he still was like, he's loving on Rachel. To this day, this man is sitting out here putting Rachel with him.
He's letting you know who's the most important in his life. The two hand, what, Bilhah and Zilpah? Or is it Bilhah? Bilhah and Zilpah. Then he puts Leah. He was like, in the back it's gonna be with me and Rachel. That's what Jacob is doing. Still not understanding what he's doing. And he already got his name. That should be another hint to you young brothers. Hey man, including myself, including this brother. That's another hint to you. Yeah, you got your name. He's still making mistakes. He's still slipping up. Guess what? The Lord's still with him though. Because the Lord understands what perfection, what's needed for perfection. Perfection is not done in a day. Perfection is not done in a day. It may take you 5 reincarnations.
Yep.
I said that for a reason.
Yeah.
Verse 2. I'll read it again. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost. And he passed over before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him. And they wept. Again, here we go with kissing. Well, you can't trust Esau, but I can guarantee you Jacob is not getting kissed on the lips, man.
Yeah, it's just a hug. It's like a salute and embrace. Like we went over this, I think, not last class. It was like 2 classes ago. So that's all that meant. It's a greeting. So for anybody who's trying to, I've seen it. Some people try to read the Bible and be like, "Oh, you guys are against homosexuality," but right here it says
they kissing.
They kissing. So man on man, like no, that's not what that means.
Crazy.
No, you're weird. You're weird. So no, that's not what that means. Just agree. That's all it is.
And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him. When you hugging somebody, where are you at? You right on their neck, man. You right here. This is not him locking lips with his brother. That's incest. So you think the Lord's gonna allow this? Come on. That's gay incest. I didn't even think that was a possibility. To the black Christian church. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the women and the children and said, "Who are those with thee?" And he said, "The children which God have graciously given thy servant." Verse 6. Then the handmaidens came near, they and their children, and they bowed themselves. Was that the last? I think I stopped at 6. Let me make sure. I don't know.
It throws off because here.
I did stop at 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. You tell me.
Yeah, it's to 14.
Okay. 7 to 14?
Yeah.
7 to 13. It's 13. And then 14 to 2 and 6.
Oh, yeah. 7. Yep. All right. So.
Bet. We got it, y'all. The book of Genesis, chapter 33, verse 7. Watagash gum la'a waya la daya waya shath kawawa. It's like it. Wa ka'ar nagash yawapath yawapathum. Yeah. Wara ka'al waya shath kawawa. Verse 8. Waya amar maya laka kal hama kana hazaha ashar paga shapya waya amar la mataza'a ka'an ba'ayanya adanya. Verse 9. Waya amar Aishwa Yash Laya Ra'a Akaya Yahaya Laka Ashar Laka. Verse 10. Waya amar Yaquab al na na'a mataza'atya ka'an ba'ayan yak Wala Kwa Ka'ath, Mana Ka'athya, Mayadaya, Kaya, Al, Kun, Ra'ayathya, Panyak, Kara'ath, Panya, Alahayim, Wa Tharatazanya, verse 11, Kwaka'a, Na'a, Ath, Barakatyam, Ashar, Haba'ath, Laka, Kaya, Ka'ayanya, Ka'anaya, Alahayim, Wakaya, Yash, Laya, Kal, Waya Patazar, Bawa, Waya Kwaka'a, verse 12, Waya Amar, Nasa Aiha, Wana, Laka'a, Waya, Laka'a, Lun Gadak, verse 13, last verse, Waya Amar, Aliyah, Al Yawam, Adanya, Yada'ai, Kaya, Ha, Yaladanyam, Rakayam, Waha Taza'akan, Taza'an, Waha Banqua'ar, Al-Awath, Al-Yawa, Yada Pa Kwa'am, Yawam, Aka'ar, Wamathya, Kal, Taza'an. The book of Genesis, chapter 33, verse 7. And Leah also with her children came near and bowed themselves. After came Joseph near and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. And he said, what meanest thou by all this drove which I met? And he said, these are to find grace in the sight of my Lord. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Keep that thou hast unto thyself. And Jacob said, nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present at my hand. For therefore I have seen thy face as though I had seen the face of God, and thou was pleased with me. Look at him pleading to his brother, using kind and careful words with his brother, because he understands what this man truly is. Don't get distracted by what Esau say. Don't get distracted by that, because if he didn't have those droves and didn't have those things he was going to give Esau, imagine Esau would have said then. Esau might at this point in time said, man, I got enough, man. I don't need anything. Trust me, there's always an ulterior motive dealing with a white man. It's always one. If he wants your friendship, it's only because he wants your money. You brothers in the ghetto who's dealing with that weed, only reason why white people around you because they know you got that good weed. Only reason why white people want to, why do you think I put that somewhere? I was like, only reason why they like you is because you play sports or you make music. You entertain them. You give them something else. If you they don't like me, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. You know why? Because I don't like them either. You know why I don't like them? Because God doesn't like them. Right. It's not on me. Only reason why I don't like you is because God doesn't like you. And because God doesn't like you, the reason why he doesn't like you is because of the things you do to us. I'm not making this up. It's in the Bible. Take verse 11. Take, I pray thee, my blessing that is brought to thee, because God have dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it. And he said, let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee. And he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds with young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. The book of Genesis, chapter 33, verse 14 through 20. This will be it. Yaibar, Na'a, Adanya, Lapunya, Ibadawa, Abadwa, Wa'anya, Athan, Hala, La'ataya, Lara Gaal, Hamal, Hamalaka, Ashar, Lapunya,
Wala Ragal, Hayal, Dayum, Id, Ashar, Aba'a, Al, Adunya, Sha'ai, Yara, verse 15, Waya Amar, Aishawa, Atazah, Yaga'a, Na'a, Imak, Imak, Mun, or Mana, Hayam, or Hayam, Ashar, Atyub, Waya Amar, Lama'a, Zaha, Amah, Za'ah, Ka'an, Bayanya, Adunya, Wayashab, Bayawam, select it. Hahawa'a, Aishawa, Lado Rakawa, Sha'ai, Yara'ah, verse 17, Waya Kwab, Napa'ai, or slacking, Nasa'ai, Sa'ai Kata, Waya Bun, Lawa, Bayath, Wal, Maikwan, Nawa, Aisha, Sakath, Al, Kun, Kwaba'ab, Shum, Hama Kwawam, Sanawath, verse 18, Waya Ba'a, Yai Kwab, Shalom, Ayar, Shakam, Ashar, Ba'aratazah, Kana Aina, Baba'awa, Ma Padam, Aram, Wayaka'an, Ath, Panya, Hayar, verse 19, Wayakwan, Ath, Halakwath, Hashadah, Ashar, Natah, Shum, Al Yawam, Mayad, Banya, Kamawar, Ibaya, Shakam. Okay, you heard something? Okay, I ain't sure. Maba'a, Kwashayata, verse 20, last verse. Wayud, Tazab, Shum, Mazabaka'a, Wayakwara'a, Lawa, Al Hayub, Yashab. The book of Genesis, chapter 33, verses 14 through 20. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure, until I come unto my Lord unto Seir. And Esau said, let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me. And he said, what needeth it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord. So Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir. And Jacob, Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir. The mountain, there's a mountainous region, Seir. This is why we call them Caucasian, because they come from Mount Seir, the Caucasus Mountains. The Black Caspian Sea is over there. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth and built him an house and made booths for his cattle. Therefore, the name of the place is called Succoth. And Jacob came to Shalem, a city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came from Padam Aram and pitched his tent before the city. And he bought a parcel of a field where he had spread his tent at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. And he elected there an altar and called it El Elohi Israel.
All right, so that's it for actually, we just finished up chapter 33. So we're beginning of Genesis chapter 34 next week. Hope everybody enjoyed the class. Hope everybody like really paid attention to the key points that we were trying to bring out. A few things, of course, like seeing the significance of Jacob getting his name. We say it every time, but we harp on it so much because it still happens, right? And there are still people who come into the truth thinking, one, you just want a name, you just want to fit in. That's all you really want. Also, even when you do get your name, right? Israel, at this point, he's Israel. He still made mistakes. It was clear that he still favored Rachel over his other wives.
Right.
Keep the buck with you, right? He didn't learn his lesson. What does that tell you? That should tell you just because you got your name does not mean that all your problems go away. That does not mean that there isn't room for you to improve.
Right.
You still have to prove yourself. I know you kind of touched on it earlier, but for time's sake, I'll just give it to you. When you made the comment saying like, you might have to get reincarnated about 5 times before you become perfect. That's Christ. Christ had it like Christ.
Right.
Who is now perfect.
Right.
He wasn't perfect before. He had to be reborn again because he was still messing up. He was still feeding into his flesh. He was still sinning. And then he had to keep being reborn until finally he was perfect. He had to learn from his mistakes prior to that. Well, take that as a sign as, maybe I shouldn't wait to be reincarnated 5 times. Let me try to get right now. Let me limit it to 1 or 2 reincarnations.
Right.
Lord allow, let me get right now. Because you might not get reincarnated again. I'm gonna be real with you. That's up to the Lord. Your soul, I forgot what precept that is. I believe it's in Ezekiel. Could be wrong. But for time's sake, when you pass on, your soul goes to the Most High.
Right.
Now he could wait it out, give you another chance, right? This brother was righteous enough. This sister was righteous enough. Or he might look at you and be like, this person was disgusting.
Right. I don't want that spirit back on this earth.
Yeah, I don't want him. Yeah, I don't want her. Get rid of him. We'll make somebody different, right? Because he's done that before. I don't want that to be you. The Lord don't want that to be you. So get yourself right now. But that's about all I got. The water for tuning into the class. For time's sake, we're just gonna end the class. We're a little over today. So with that, shalom.